is definitely no silver bullet for the magic of what these students need in schools. As I stated, I think it has mostly to do with the relationships we build between teachers, administrators, and students, and that, again, that unconditional regard and that engagement with those students, with instruction, and just knowing that they ultimately have someone they can come to, and they know that we care. And developing that environment is key. I think that's key in any school. I think that's lost in many ways, where with standards and a lot of the data out there that's data-driven, and all the standardized testing has really scrutinized a lot of the school environments across the country. And I think with us, we truly believe the relationships are the key. As far as the ELL's diversity and culture, we really want to celebrate those countries instead of stagnating it and try to put them on the back burner and, to drop those cultures off and it's all about just learning English. We want to flip it around the other way. We want to flip it around where culture is what it's all about. Our theme is bringing the world into focus, and that's exactly what we're about. We want to bring focus to the world, not take them out of the world and say, hey, you're in America now, and that's the way it's all about. And between our international club, our international dinners, all the different elements, we want to get connected with the world, even more so through technology. We want to bring that world to us so they can see what we're doing also and keep that culture rich. I think in recent years, I think the challenges for ELL students is the assimilation into the American culture and thinking what the positive role models are and the negative role models are, especially in an urban setting as Buffalo. That could be of any urban setting across the country, where there could be mixed messages of who the true leaders are, and in some cases, unfortunately, some are looking at some of the leaders as gang-related members of some of the tougher gangs in the city, and some try to assimilate to that. We try to curtail that and keep on reinforcing the different elements of the school that are the positive elements. I'm a huge advocate of the arts, so between music and art and all the physical and visual arts along with the sports, this is where it really comes in. We've had some great stories of some of our students who are right on the edge of sort of banding together with some of the different gangs, and we've had some great stories where we've reeled them back in and they've stayed. We had one of our students that we were all going to lose bets on as far as he was going to be gone before Christmas, and now he's part of our Final Four state champion soccer team that 3-4 weeks ago, no, maybe beginning of the semester, all three of us, 2 ELL teachers and myself, were out saying there's no way. And now he's hugging us and thanking us and knowing he's on the right path. But it's that, again, going back to that unconditional regard and helping him, and that one really threw us. We thought it was going to be tough. But it was that assimilation into the negative side of the city that really hurt us in a way and sort of blindsided us. But now we've learned from that. We've actually learned a lot of that. And as I said before, flipping it around to having them celebrate their heritage, their culture, I think is critical. I think we keep that at a forefront. And with students coming in from all over the world, it actually has helped us as a school, because the cultures have really set a different type tone for the majority of the day. So we can pick and choose different battles. We're definitely never going to rid the streets of gangs in anywhere in this country. But if we can change the culture and the structure of a building through that unconditional regard, relationships, advisory, where you have mentors, older students mentoring younger students, continually celebrating that culture, as I keep on saying, it sets a different tone for the building. As I stated, of our student that was in the Final Four for the state finals for soccer this year, that was worth more than all the money in the world that I ever could have given to me, to look at the grin on his face being out of the state finals last week. It was just this past weekend, just to look over at me. We have something special here. And I really don't know how to pinpoint it as far as to tell you, as far as a principal being in the school for 6 years, to really look at the cultures and the teachers. But when you look at the the eyes of these kids from all over the world, and you just know that you're here for a reason. You can't put that in professional development. Our relationship, the school's relationship to the community is really, just recently has taken a huge turn towards the positive. The Extreme Makeover program came into the city of Buffalo, and we actually coattailed off that and had an extreme neighborhood cleanup and an extreme food drive. And we basically broke all records when it came to the food drive of collecting 85 tons of food for the Buffalo City Mission. That broke every record. And along with that, we opened up to the community, where we had all our students throughout the whole week of this extreme drive have an extreme cleanup, where we were raking all the leaves for the fall of all the houses around the neighborhood. And we literally had students of every culture, of every country out there raking and loving life, going out there on a nice fall day. It's been a beautiful November in Buffalo. And it opened up the eyes of this whole entire media community around the school to a whole new look of what the school is about. To go bigger as far as the community, it really opened up the eyes of the city to what we are as a school and what we're trying to talk about as far as service to the community and giving it back to the community.
Major funding for Colorine, Colorado is provided by the American Federation of Teachers, with additional support from the United States Department of Education, Office of Special Education Programs. For more information about teaching ELLs, please visit us at www.coloриnecolorado.org.